Hi everyone, my name's Lee Wood. I'm the team leader for construction at SGS College at the Stroud campus. HIP have contacted me to try and make a video for you. It's a strange time we're in at the minute with the COVID-19, and obviously everyone, the buzzword is remote teaching. All the resources online to see what we can use to help try and engage the learners. And I just thought I'd share with you a few of the things that I found that are pretty good. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you and just run through my plan for the new year. So let's have a go. So we use Microsoft Teams. I don't know if you use that at all. We're an advocate for them, and it's pretty good. So this is our setup. This is the new course I've been looking at for next year. Sitting Girls Level 1 Diploma in Plumbing. So basically this is just a hub for all our storage of all our PowerPoints, etc., schemes of works. So if I go into class materials, you can see assessment schedule for the learners, group profile will be on there, student schemes of works, teacher scheme of work. This is just, the students can't see this yet, but the plan is they would just go on here, straight to the scheme of works in the top. And this is a basic schemes of work for the whole year of when their assessments are in yellow, etc., etc. Now the plan is, if I click on theory, this will send them to somewhere, something called Microsoft OneNote or Class Notebook. They'll see, if you haven't heard of it. It's very good to use in the lesson, and that'll take them straight to their lesson, which is the theory, week 3, health and safety. This is a unit. This is a starter for them. Learner outcome, learn what the objectives are, aims, and these are all links. This is task 1, go through the following PowerPoints. This is just a link to the PowerPoint back that's I've stored back in Teams, so they can't edit it. It's just a read only. And once they've completed that, they can go to one of our first resources I want to show you, which is Microsoft Forms. So if I click on this link, it will take me back, he says. Hold on. Still a work in progress, as you can see. It should open up for them. I think it's up here. And it takes them to a form I've created, 102 legislation, worksheet 1. True and false, they just answer these correctly or incorrectly, go through them all. I'm just whizzing through it really. You don't have to have true and false, you can have any answers you want, but multiple choice, it works really well with multiple choice. The reason being, it self-marks. If you see here, you can edit it to add a point in there, and then it gives them a mark at the end. So it saves us a lot of time. So thanks, your response, and then what it would do, it would give me the information. You can set it up so they can see their results, but it would give me the analytics, so you can go into it, see who's passed it, see who's finished it, and who hasn't done it. Okay. So that's one use we use is OneNote and Forms. So like I said, there's so many forms, and it does everything you want. It self-marks, which is what you want. It saves you time. It gives you time to do to make your lesson more engaging and more exciting. So that's an excellent one, because they can do that for homework, and you can see who hasn't done it. You can go into it and see the marks and see where you're struggling or where they're struggling. And if you've got 20 learners all struggling on the same question, you've obviously not covered it or anything like that, or not gone into it in depth enough. So it's something you can go back on. Going back to the form, I'll just scroll down. So again, this is one lesson, or it might be 2 lessons. I don't know. I've based it in weeks, so you can change the headings of these pages, whatever you want. You can set your page up whatever you like. This is just something I've done, which I think looks really nice. So again, this is another PowerPoint here. They would click on that, saved back in Microsoft Teams. They can go through it, etc., etc. And you can have this up in the smartboard on your screen when you're teaching a lesson, so they can see it. They can also access it on the phones. It works really well on the phones. So what I've also looked at is this, which is Quizlet. If you haven't heard of it, I'll take you to it. It shouldn't go across like that, but anyway, we'll have a look at that now. I'm hoping it automatically uploads when I do it. So as you can see, Quizlet is just like flashcards where you give them information, they flip it over and just test themselves. So it's more of a revision tool. But again, there's lots of different games they can play. They can learn, they can do flashcards, they can write, so they have to have the right spelling. Tests, they can test themselves and gives them a variation of different words. There's also games. If I look at this, if I go into this, if it works, get started. So this is just, let's go, start game, watch out for red asteroids. You have to type the answers to what the questions are. Information's green. No. Press escape to quit. Rectangle. So there's a lot. That one, it wasn't the best one to show you, but you get the impression there's games that they can play, and you can create them yourself, or you can search Quizlet, because there's so many Quizlets on there. You're welcome to use mine. That's the heading of it. Or you can search for my learner name, which is my lecturer name, which is that, and it will come up with all the Quizlets. That's one thing. So now we're going to look at Wakelet. If I go on to, so again, this is OneNote. So Wakelet's at the bottom. So I use them as additional resources. So if I would click on that and it'd take you to one of these. So these are called collections. Okay, so you set these up as, again, I've set them up as each unit. So each unit has a different resource bank, say. And yes, you can add your resources to OneNote if you want to, but this just helps keep it all together and make it a lot cleaner for the learner. Because you've all sent them to the library before to look for information. They've come back with a lot of stuff, which is, it's there, but it's a bit irrelevant because it's a bit too in depth for them and that sort of thing. So this is a place where you can store things in each collection that they will use. That's more useful for them, more beneficial. So not coming back every 5 minutes going, is this right? Is this right? Is this right? You can guide them, as it were. So if I scroll through that, so I'll show you how to insert one in a minute. But for example, this is health and safety. Add all these nice pictures, make it look nice. And you can see I've added links to HSC. There's videos, there's Instagram accounts, YouTube's, PDFs, websites, that sort of thing. Just images if you want to add them. Maybe you're just showing them examples of safety signs, for example, on here. So you can add loads and loads of different resources for them, but it's more focused on where you want them to go. So if I show you on here, just go back to my homepage, you can create a new collection. Okay, so I'll give it a name, give it a cover image, write a description, whatever you want, and then on here, this is the different things you can do, like website, click on that, add a website, add text if you want to organize, say this is about blah blah blah, this what's the correct PP, whatever you want to add in there. YouTube, so you've got a nice video you can share with them, just get the share link on YouTube, click it on there, add it, it inserts it in there. Tweets, so tweets and Instagram are really good if you've got it on your phone, and you can just share the tweet, you can go to the share with, and it will come up with Wakelet. If you've got Wakelet app on your phone, click on the app, click on the collection, straight away it shoots it straight in there. And I've been using that a lot, I'll show you in a minute, for copper pipe ideas, because sometimes learners have learned how to bend, they've learned how to solder, and they want to do something a bit more interesting than doing the same thing, frames and stuff. So I'll show you that in a minute. I'll just finish this. So you can add images, pictures, upload PDFs, and if you've got files on OneDrive, you can just share it on here. So it's really good, just like one bank of stuff for that unit, and it just keeps it nice and tidy. So if I just click on done for now on this one, if I scroll down, like copper pipe, so I said earlier, copper ideas, I've created a collection, view collection, and now every time if I'm just flicking through Twitter or Instagram and I see something I like, I'll just share it. There we are. I follow Plumbing Parts, sorry, it's pretty good. And it's just lots of different images that they can then use. You can put this as a QR code, so you can share this as a QR code. You can put it up on the wall in the workshop, where you can have it on the screen and they can just scan it on their phones. It'll take them straight to all these images, and they can just open and go, oh, that's good, I'm gonna have a go at that. And this, yeah, just soldering and stuff. So there's all sorts, and you can flick through here. And it just shows them different ideas, so they can think, wow, plumbing is not just pipe work to radiators. These are all the different exciting things that you can make with copper pipe. So good for your level 1s, and level 2s for just for practicing, really. So that's Wakelet, and it is a really good place to store your resources, and I'm really, really pleased with that. So I'll come out of there, and the last one, which I really, really like as well, Educaplay. So again, as I said earlier, you're going to have to sign up to all these. So just I've just been using my college account. They're all free. They do all have premium stuff that you can pay for, stop you seeing ads and stuff like anything. And maybe if it's something really useful that your education establishment might pay for the license, but for now, just use the free stuff. It's just as good. So what I'm going to do here is just show you all the ones I've created so far. Just need to move this. Click on there. So these are all the activities I created so far: matching games, etc., columns, matching. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you a fill in the blanks one. I'll just quickly flick through it, and this is excellent on the phone, excellent. And again, it self-marks. What more can I say? So again, you would have the paragraph, then you just simply click on the words you want to take out. They come up here, show up here, sorry. And then they just have to, in order, put them in the right place. So I'm just going to flick through like that. And as you can see, as I click on one, it goes in the next box. Okay, and if I don't like it, click on that and it comes out again, let's see. So click through, again, I'm just going to go through them quickly. I'm not even reading the paperwork, but anyway, I can go check and it will tell me all of them are wrong, fine. So to get rid of them, again, So if let's try and get one right. In a primary, check. Anyway, so you can set it to do how many goes you want them to have on it, and you can edit all of that in the editing place, and then it comes up with a league table, and they can play against each other, all that sort of thing. But what I will show you is the different activities you can do. So riddles, fill in the blanks, crosswords, etc., etc. So all you would do is click on the one you want, give it a title, plumbing, answer all the questions. You have to fill these in. I'll just take you back to it. You have to give it an option, audio, knowledge area. So I just put technology because I don't think there's construction on there. Audience age, I think. Like I said, I don't know all of it. Audience, I think it's when you're searching, you can search for different quizzes if they're set for different ages. Click on next. And then they've all got these videos, tutorial videos, excellent videos. So you can play them. It will show you and explain exactly what to do. So it's just in the top left, doesn't go anywhere. So you can always flick back to it. Fill it all out, publish it. You can get a link for it, tag it in the OneNote like I've been doing. And then they would simply go from OneNote and it'll take them to the Educaplay. So they're excellent resources. And like I said, they work really well on the phone. Unfortunately, I can't show you at the minute on my phone. But these aren't exhausted resources. There's all sorts out there. These are just a few that I found work really well. And Kahoot, HIP uses Kahoot quite a lot. And it's a really good tool in the classroom. And they can do it themselves if they set it to study mode. So just have a look at Kahoot. And the good thing is there's so many resources out there. People have made their own. If you can create your own, don't get me wrong, but you can also use other people's. And it's all about sharing information, sharing resources. As I said earlier, it is a strange time we're in at the minute. We're remote teaching. We're trying to engage the learners, keep them on top of the course. And these are just different ways that we can do it. So let me just come out of there. Stop sharing. So yeah, like I said, this isn't an exhaustive list of resources. These are just ones that I found. Use them, don't use them, completely up to you. But I hope you found this interesting. And if you've got any what resources that you use that I might find helpful, drop us a line. So yeah, thanks. Stay safe. Cheers.